In this video, we will be replacing the Upstream oxygen sensor in this 2012 Ford F150. After gaining access to the engine bay, we need to remove our oil fill cap, followed by our plastic engine cover. And I do like to replace that oil fill cap just so no debris accidentally falls into the engine. Taking a look in the engine bay, we will be centering our focus on the driver's side portion back towards the firewall. And we will begin by removing that piece of insulation that is covering our connection point. And taking a look back in there, we can see a white retaining piece. On the back side of that, we have our oxygen sensor wiring harness where it connects up into the engine. And using a standard head screwdriver or trim removal tool, we can work that wiring harness connection point off of that retaining bracket. And on the back side of that, we do have a small tab that we need to depress and then wiggle that wiring harness apart. We then need to shift our focus underneath the vehicle. I have jacked up the front of the vehicle and installed safety stands. I also have wheel chocks behind the rear tires and have applied the parking brake. Now, to orient our vantage point, I am basically looking behind the front tire, a little bit towards the rear of that tire. And where I have situated my front safety stand, I am basically looking directly up from that point, and I'm looking for the catalytic converter. And from a little bit different vantage point, I have my safety stand, I have my transmission pan, and then I have my catalytic converter. Now I'm going to follow that catalytic converter up into the engine. And again, if we take a look at that catalytic converter and follow that exhaust pipe, we can see that Upstream oxygen sensor. And the removal process for this is near impossible, as I am using a oxygen sensor adapter with a ratchet, but there just is not enough room to get an extension on it with the exhaust pipe in the way. Perhaps you'll have better experience than I did. I messed around with this for multiple hours without success. Some have suggested to heat up the engine, thus the exhaust system, and then remove it immediately. Others have said to spray penetrating oil on it, and others have said to use a torch to it. Nothing I tried worked. I did end up removing the wheel and the wheel well liner just to give me better access to where that oxygen sensor location is. And you can see here that I have tore up the oxygen sensor a little bit as I have been working at this to get it out. I ended up cutting the oxygen sensor wire, and where that wire is fed a combination wrench using the box end portion onto that oxygen sensor. There was just enough room to get it on there and have just a little bit of movement and mobility with that combination wrench. That allowed me to loosen this up. And we can then spin that out by hand. To get it out, I basically destroyed the entire sensor, and it did require me to cut that wire and ultimately put a box end of a combination wrench on there. And I am going to compare my old sensor to my new sensor just to verify that they look the same and we have the same wiring harness connection points. These look really good. Now, it is worth noting that our new sensor does have anti-seize already installed on it. So we are ready to reinstall this into the exhaust system. And we do want to thread that on by hand first without any type of a tool. And the torque should be 30 to 35 foot-pounds. Because I ended up having to go in through the wheel well, I am able to get a torque wrench on that. Now again, given that we are working in the wheel well, we can easily feed that wire back up into the engine to our wiring harness. and reconnect it. And put it back in that retainer. And then we have that piece of insulation and our engine cover. And then because I did end up having to go through the wheel well, I will have to reinstall my liner, mud flap, and wheel. Aside from that, this project is complete.